Right, welcome to the United Matters channel. Man United is going to be taking on a team known as Brentford. That is tomorrow. It's the early opener of the weekend. Match day 6 coming in through under your way at the stadium known as the Gitech Community Stadium. And you all know to it that Man United comes into this game after winning against Chelsea. Huge win came in through for the side of Manchester United. And I tell you what, at least the manager for this week, he has been really having a breather. And all I want is simple. I want my manager to obviously have more and more and more breathers. And that's why I would 100% call in for a win for my manager known as Ruben Amorim in this kind of game that Man United is going to be playing at the Gitech Community Stadium. Now, the side of Manchester United comes into this game of football when it's 11th. Hear me out. Man United is 11th into this table, and Brentford is 17th. They're having 4 points, and Manchester United is 11th with 7 points. It shows you that the table is of fine margin differences, because if Brentford beats Man United can obviously get back into the relegation zone. And if United goes ahead to beat Brighton, it really goes to 10 points. And that will see to it that United goes ahead to obviously propel, its winning ground, as Man United has not gone ahead to win 2 consecutive games, even if it's home and away for some long period of time. Meaning that if we register a win against Brentford, that will be another record that Manchester United has gone ahead to do. But remember, if it's Old Trafford, I think we went ahead to win 2 consecutive games at Old Trafford. And you know who we beat? We went ahead to beat a team known as Burnley by 3-2, and we beat Chelsea by 2-1, meaning that that record has been obviously broken, and maybe the curse has been broken, and maybe Ruben Amorim will start to obviously enjoy himself into the mix. So smash like button, comment and share. If at all you're watching us for the very first time, endeavor to subscribe to this channel so as not to miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a daily. Rokan David is my name, and hope you guys are really having fun wherever you are. Let's get into this, or let's delve into this. Now, the club of Manchester United is gonna be traveling to London, and by the way, London is one of our hardest visits, and in the previous 3-4 seasons, I think the only London team that we've gone ahead to beat in London goes by the names of Fulham. And this time around, when we went there, we only drew with Fulham, meaning that maybe this might be the chance for us to obviously beat Brentford. I know Brentford is really a hard nut to crack, but we know that they've lost Wissa, they've lost Anogad, and they've gone ahead to lose a player known as Mbeumo, who plays for the club of Manchester United. So Mbeumo is coming at a club that really turned him into the monster that he was, but they won't be complaining because they got £76 million for him to see to it that he joins the club of Manchester United. And are the fans of Brentford going to boo the player, or they are just going to obviously say, yeah, our legendary is back? That is the most huge question that you're really waiting in for, to see how things really pan out in there. For the side of Manchester United, breaking news: Mazarawi is out with an injury. You understand? Then we do have Amad Diallo. He has gone ahead to lose a close member of his family, and he's out of this encounter. You can talk about Diego Dallo, is another one who will be assessed ahead of the kickoff, and if at all he goes ahead to pass the late witness test, will come in through. Casemiro is serving a suspension, and it's a 1-match suspension after getting a red card against Chelsea. You understand? So I think those are the players of Manchester United that are really gonna be totally out in there. And they're telling us that Brentford duo Gustavo Nunes and Paris Mugohuma have both made progress in their recovery from hamstring injuries and will be assessed ahead of kickoff. But it remains to be seen whether they'll be included in the match squad if fit. Jordan Henderson has impressed in the recent weeks and could link arms in central midfield in their for you. So, the only two players that Brentford were having missing might really return, as they've gone ahead to train, and all they need is to pass what you call a late fitness test in there. So we are waiting to see whether that will obviously come to pass and see to it that all really goes on well as planned in there. Now, Manchester United is ready to go. And we've been getting reports from the training ground of Manchester United that Seny Lamens is really doing good. Seny Lamens is really doing good and is really very promising, and is one of those that they're really looking at to see to it that he joins the club of Manchester United in the match squad that will see him really make his debut for the club of Manchester United. And the system that Man United deploys is a 3-4-2-1 system. That's the system that the manager really goes ahead to deploy in there for you. And for that, we obviously get onto what we call the football pitch. And Atil Beyinda has been really good, but I think Seny Lamens is going to be making his debut. And if the manager really takes long to obviously give this guy his debut, I think he'll be doing a disjustice to himself, because he spent 20 million euros plus to obviously getting this goalkeeper, and the goalkeeper for that amount of money shouldn't be playing off the bench. He should be a starter in any team in there for you. So that is Seny Lamens for you. He comes in through to put in a very huge shift all together. You understand? That is Seny Lamens for you. We go to the back three. I think we obviously having Lenny Yoro playing into that back three in there, and is going to be playing on the right side of the three-man central defense. On the left side, I see Aiden Heaven coming in through, because it's been long since I last saw him start for the club of Manchester United, and Aiden Heaven is expected to obviously come and really feature into that back three. And who will play in the mid of these two? It will be Matthias de Ligt, one of the defenders that has gone ahead to make his mark at the club of Manchester United, and he's really one of the best defenders in the Premier League. And I also have him in my fantasy, by the way. I have Matthias de Ligt in my fantasy in there. So that is my back four for the club of Manchester United, and that's how I anticipate that will obviously be looking like for that particular fixture. Right wing back, I see Patrick Dogu. Left wing back, I see Luke Shaw in there. You understand? I see those players coming in through to put in a very huge shift, as you see them there, and that will be my mid four to obviously represent to the fullest. Now, Patrick Dogu, right wing back, but if at all Dalot passes the late fitness test, I think will be played as the right wing back, and then Patrick Dogu will be played as the left wing back, and then Luke Shaw will get back into the back three for the club of Manchester United. That double pivot with Casemiro out with the red card, I see Manuel Ugarte coming in through to obviously do the needful alongside Mainoo. And the preseason, they really played together. They really looked good. They really looked good into that particular game. And I really loved whatever they came up and really put out onto the field of play. That is Manuel Ugarte and Mainoo. So I really anticipate that my manager will obviously give them a chance to start. You understand? Now, for Luke Shaw, I really want to see him being played as a left wing back for one time. But the problem is we do have one game per week. But if we really had maybe a game in Europe, maybe the manager would have gone ahead to say, let me try him out. But in the Premier League, there is no way you're obviously going to come out and obviously try out a player at the level of Luke Shaw in a Premier League game. You know, to eat that, you don't have any chance. You don't have any chance. Now, we go to the two number 10s. I think the manager will deploy Brian Mbeumo as a player playing onto the right central attacking number 10. Then Bruno Fernandes will be played as a left central attacking number 10. And I want to tell you that Bruno Fernandes scores that goal against Chelsea when Chelsea really got a red card, and he was pushed into a more forward position, and they were like, Casemiro, you're obviously going to be playing into that midfield alone, and let's add Bruno Fernandes onto the attacking options. And that's what we miss from Bruno Fernandes, and every time he's being played out of position. When you play him in position, you obviously understand that he'll obviously get you the best of the best as a player. So as it stands, Bruno Fernandes Borges, I see him as a player who is going to be played onto the left central attacking midfield of Manchester United, and that will see those two number 10s really feature predominantly in there. Leading the line, Sesko, Joshua Zexi, or Matthias Cunha. I think the manager will obviously say, Matthias Cunha, please go ahead and lead my line. And his reasons are really known. You understand? So that is what I've gone ahead to come up for with as far as this game of football is really concerned. That is my probable starting 11 for the side of Manchester United as we prepare to play against Brentford tomorrow at the Gitek Community Stadium. Chelsea went there and they really drew 2-2. So anything is really possible, and we need to be very, very serious. The possible Brentford 11: Kaleha, that is it. Van de Berg, Collins, Pinnock, and Kayode, that is the back four. Henderson, Yomluk, and Lewis Porter, midfield 3, Damsgaard, Skade, and Thiago are going to be played as the front 3 for the side of Brentford into this particular game of football as anticipated in there. So that's exactly what we're having in through from the responsible from the respective websites, and we wait for your reactions into the comment section below. Now let's get to the head-to-head stats, because you people are really waiting for this before you obviously put in your bids and really know what exactly has gone ahead to happen in history between these two teams. One, Brentford have won 2 of their last Premier League games against Manchester United, 1 draw, as many as their first 6 home league games versus the Red Devils. Beforehand, 2 draws, 3 losses, and 1 draw. Secondly, after their 4-3 defeat in May, Manchester United could lose back-to-back league meetings with Brentford for only the first time, after previously doing so in the second tier in December 1934 and top flight tier in February 1937. Thirdly, since Man United won 3-1 away at Brentford in January 2022, the home team has won 6 of their last 7 meetings between Brentford and Manchester United. So we are really having a way to go. Between February 2022 and January 2022, Man United went 13 Premier League games without defeat. Last 7 Premier League meetings between Brentford and Man United, 1 draw, meaning that it has obviously gone to that side. And lastly, Man United are winless in their last 7 away Premier League home games, 2 draws, 5 losses. 5 losses since a 3-0 win at Leicester City in March. The Red Devils last had a longer run without an away in between March and October 2019, and those were really 8 games in there for you. So after that, you know what really follows up? It's my prediction in there. 2-1 win for the club of Manchester United. That is it. I go to the comments. Napari says Man United 3, Brentford 1. Good evening. for everyone on the channel. Thank you. Nicole, I'm a Man United fan, but the stain of Amorim is not good. All right, that's your opinion. From Freedom Sierra Leone, thank you for watching in through. Then Opio Moses, Amy, I think Dallo should be played on the left wing back ahead of Sesko to start. Fernandez and Mainoo in the double pivot, and Lamens gets his debut on that game against Everton. Sorry, that game against Brentford in there. So that is it. 2-1 win is Opio Moses as his prediction. And I really felt like this was the right thing to do. Come in here, do the match day preview live with you, and see how you guys really think. But I'm out for now.